Assalamualaikum Tan Sri.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you for spending a bit of your time with us on Business Sense. Okay, so Tan Sri, today we're talking about business leaders. Okay, and to each and every one of us, the word leader means differently. What does the word leader means to you?
For me, basically, a leader will be able to lead. We use the word lead, to lead the organization, whether it's a university, a business concern, or whatever. In terms of leading, it has to be a leader with a lot of focus, meaning he knows the direction by which the company, the organization will go through. He has also the ability to governize all the staff and be able to bring up all the staff to the common goal or common vision of the organization. And that, to me, is very important because the organization will thrive always based on the leadership that comes out from the staff, the top management, and so on. So, being a leader, you have to show good examples to the rest. Meaning you must be a role model all the time. Whatever you do, reflect your desire to make sure that the organization will be at the top. So, for example, if you are a leader in a university, you have to show a good example in terms of managing the faculty members, be a good example to the faculty members in terms of leading them to do whatever is best in terms of curriculum development, in terms of delivery of the system, in terms of research, and above all, to make sure that teamwork is very important. So to me, galvanizing every staff, whether you are in a university a professor or whether you are an office boy, it has to be done within the context of a team atmosphere.
So a good leader, they should have, I mean, it's not a set of characteristics for every single organization and for every single leaders, but certainly there should be similar characteristics between effective leaders. So what are the characteristics that you believe that every leader should possess?
I think besides what I've said earlier, one of the things which is important is to be meticulous, and a good leader will be meticulous in the sense that whatever policies are being done, whatever initiatives are to be taken, whatever say planning in terms of budget, in terms of training, the leader has to go through all these processes to make sure that all these initiatives, all these policies and budget exercise, for instance, has to be done carefully, because that's important. So the leader has to become, to know from A to Z, for example, all the processes, and this is what I call being meticulous. So if you are meticulous, you are bound to be able to tell the other staff that everything is not taken for granted. So, for instance, a good dean, for instance, in the faculty, as a leader, he has to make sure that everyone of the staff, whether academic or otherwise, they have to be very focused in the area that they're doing. an academic staff, for instance, they have to enrich themselves in terms of their knowledge, their expertise in their area that they have chosen, in the discipline that they have chosen. So, a meticulous leader, whether you are the president of a university, whether you are head of the faculty or dean of the faculty, by having these characteristics, you are able to transmit this good behavior to the rest of the staff. I think that's important. So this is why, for instance, in my case, for instance, as the president of OUM, I am very particular about the processes that we do at every stage. I am particular about punctuality, for instance. I am very particular about cleanliness of the building. So it has to be done properly. So this is a good habit. So I think if the leader were to have this habit, then the rest of the community within the organization will understand and follow the leader. So that's, to me, very critical, because then you set a very good work ethics or work culture. And I believe that by having set these standards, everyone in the organization will be alert at all the things that he or she does. So that's to me very important.
So a meticulous leader, Tan Sri, of course, one of the features perhaps, or one of the hallmarks of a meticulous leader is to have plan A, plan B, contingency plans for any outcomes in the organization. But the business world, as we know it, it's full of ups and downs. Okay, and so far in your experience as the CEO of Meteor, as the president of OUM, president and vice chancellor, what are some of the biggest challenges that you have had to face so far in your tenure as the president, as the CEO?
I think one of the most important challenge at OUM is to be able to deliver good programs that are acceptable by our potential students or learners. Because OUM operates on a different level, in the sense that it does not cater for what they call school leavers. It caters to a large extent, or almost all, to people who are working. So this is why, to me, you have to ensure that the quality of the delivery, the modules that you produce for every course, the tutors that you have are well trained and well equipped to take care of the students' needs, because their needs are totally different from students who are full-time students. So quality, to my mind, is very important, and it's a challenge that goes on every day in terms of managing the university. Because you have to know what the students need. You have to deliver the best program, as I said earlier. You have to have good tutors, and of course, above all, you must have a good set of people working in the organization, or in OUM in this case. You must have good faculty members and supporting staff. So selecting good people can be a challenge, and this is why I personally take the trouble to actually interview, as far as possible, every member of our staff, so that I know. Even then, the interview can last half an hour or so. You cannot judge. It's only when the staff comes in or the candidate comes in into the organization, you can gauge their capability, their suitability, and so on. So that's one of the challenges that is very important. Secondly, I think we have to create the awareness among the population that OUM provides a vehicle for lifelong learning. So that awareness in our society is still at a low level. So you must be able to transmit the mission and the vision of the university so that it can be, the people are aware at the ground level. So we have been in operation for almost 11 years. But I think from my observation, the awareness has been increasing. That a lot more people know what OUM is all about. They want to carry on with their studies. They want to enroll in our program. That is good. This is why I think we have, in general, succeeded. And I think you all know that within the last 10 years, we have a cumulative student intake of over 100,000. That shows that the public there is aware. But of course, personally, I would like to have a greater number of people knowing about OUM, the programs, why we deliver these programs. And I believe that if we all carry on with this marketing, with this awareness program, more people will come into the system. The other one, which I feel is a big challenge to us, is to ensure that the programs are well supported by, say, the technological advances. And we have been doing that, I think. Relatively, we have been successful because at the beginning we have decided that IT is important. Using the internet is important. Governing the current technologies, because our students' needs today are certainly different from students who have been at the university, say, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Things have changed so fast. And our challenge among our staff, including for instance, our IT people, people who do the, what they call, upgrading of the modules, they have to be made aware of new ways of doing things. For an example, I think we have utilized our website as a good example. We have the iRadio, as you are aware. Secondly, we are moving into mobile learning, which is also good in the sense that in complement what the students have. So all these challenges to me means that every one of us, including me, we have to be on the alert all the time to look at new ways of doing things, to look at things, approaches, and so on. Number 4, we feel that as a ODL institution, open and learning institution, we must also support the government's initiative to make Malaysia as a global player in terms of higher education. As you know, the government wants to make Malaysia as a center for educational excellence. So for this purpose, it's a challenge to us, being an ODL institution, to participate in the government's initiative. To us, we have done this slowly, but I'm glad to say that there are a number of successes. We have gone actually, without bringing the student here, we have worked with people overseas, universities or academic institutions in other countries where our programs are being delivered there. And such examples are in Yemen, in Bahrain, in the Maldives, and Accra. Besides the normal degree-bearing programs at the undergraduate level, at the postgraduate level, we also have short-term courses, programs that we deliver for people